Welcome to the Missouri Valley Conference Game of the Week preview show presented by Mercy, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider of the Missouri Valley Conference with head coach Rob Ehsan. I'm Harry Schroeder, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. on your local Gray Media station on Matrix Midwest here in St. Louis, the UIC Flames and the Northern Iowa Panthers will be getting after it, and head coach Rob Ehsan's with us. Rob, appreciate your time today. Tell us a little bit about your weekend win against Evansville.
Yeah, I thought it was a good win for our team. A little bit of up and down game, a game of runs by both teams. I thought Evansville coming into the game, coming off two wins and been shooting the ball well. I expected it to be a battle. I thought we did a great job down the stretch of really defending and executing offense. And when the game was close there, 8 minutes to go, give our guys credit. I thought we showed a lot of toughness to be able to get enough stops and execute to win the game. And proud of our group.
Cancelaris was really good. I started digging into the numbers of your team. You've got 8 guys, I think, that have started more than 5 games, and you're all over the map with who's started games and
Yeah.
your rotations. Tell us a little bit about what goes into that, because I think Cancelaris started maybe only the 5th time all year. He started. Ciani's leading the league in rebounding. He didn't start, and so
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about that.
I think one thing our team has been bought into is that we're very balanced. And not only in scoring, but also in minutes and starting. And I've tried to emphasize that, different matchups, different games, different things happen. Mo, honestly, has been playing just at a high level. So I thought it was appropriate to start him in that game. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's credit to our guys, selflessness. We have a lot of different people. And I also think that with our rotations, what has kind of affected it was when we were without Ciani for essentially 2 weeks because he was sick. It really kind of changed the makeup of our team. And so that kind of, and when because he's such a big guy coming back, it kind of changed as well. So we've kind of gone through those transformations also with him in and out of the lineup.
It's interesting. I love asking coaches about, well, what goes into starting this guy versus that guy at certain times. Some players like coming off the bench.
Yeah.
I think of some of your guys. Man, they're terrific off the bench, and yet they're way up there statistically as well.
Yeah, sometimes as a coach, I don't know if I've heard our by changing the lineup, I don't know if I've heard some of our postseason award, applications, I guess, for all bench team, because I have started a handful of guys and different guys have come off the bench. And I mean, I think it's safe to say, Harry, you've watched this, that we have 7 or 8 starters, guys that I consider starter type players, and we've tried to lean into that balance.
I think about what goes into winning games. Rebound margin, you guys are second in the league. I think it's assists, maybe you're second in the league. I think you're first in offensive rebounding. Those are all kind of mentality and makeup kind of statistics, if I can say it that way. Said your guys have bought into team first, but just brag about them a little bit. Those are the kind of stats that bear that out.
I think the way we play leads to more assists, and I do believe that it is a winning style, and we've gone through some ups and downs shooting the basketball. And I know when we were shooting the ball well for a period of season, man, our offense was one of the best in the Valley. Kind of cooled off there for a few weeks, but our willingness to share the basketball has been huge to our success. I think rebounding, it's been a focus all year. And honestly, we've kind of been on a little bit of a roller coaster as well with it at times, because for a quick minute there, we were dominant rebounding. Ciani getting sick, I think really affected those numbers statistically, but we're still pretty high. But we have a good makeup for rebounding. We have a handful of guys, Ciani and Big Mo, and who have a knack for the ball rebounding, Ty Freeman as well. So I do believe those are two things that have helped us to this season, have the success we've had, no doubt about it.
About 9 years ago, when you played your first conference game in the Missouri Valley Conference, when you played Northern way back at the beginning of the season, you came out on the short end by a wide margin. But it's been such a long time ago. Does that game even matter in terms of scouting and the way you think about it?
No, I think you hope it gives us a psychological advantage going into this game. I mean, I think that's what we're going to use it for sure. That they kicked our butts last time we played them here. It felt like you said it felt like 9 years ago. Different starting lineups, different guys in the rotations, different roles. I mean, guys have just evolved so much since that game when you look back. I think we'll watch it obviously, and they've been, I think, one of the, staples of consistency in our league, style of play and success for a long, long time. Yeah, I mean, we'll learn from it and hopefully use it for a mental advantage that we want to, get some revenge for what they did early in the season at our place.
You guys haven't been dominant at home. The flip side of that record is that you've been really darn good on the road.
Yeah.
Talk about what it takes to win on the road.
I think our team, when we started this, and it was right after that Northern Iowa game, we had 5 of 6 games on the road, a stretch that I've never had in college basketball coaching. And so we just talked about what it was going to take, and we had this kind of this tagline that we really bought into, that you gotta be tough on the road. You gotta make tough plays. We talked about it at length, and we went on honestly an amazing run of road victories. It was we created honestly an edge for ourselves, us against the world mentality. One thing I've learned this year is, you know, you also, and I think it also kind of maybe, I don't know if it hurt us at home, but I think one thing that we've learned is that at UIC, we don't have a home court. We need to develop a home court advantage, if you will. We're at a big disadvantage compared to other Valley schools. We're going on the road, and there's thousands of fans there, and we're often playing games at home where there's more away fans. Part of that is being in Chicago, and part of that is what's happened before ours team got here, and it's gotten better this year with us winning, and we want to continue to build that. But it's been a fun group to coach on the road. I'm kind of excited. We lost the last few on the road, so I'm kind of excited that this is our last road trip of the year. Kind of reflect on how it's been on the road this year and get some of that road magic back on Wednesday.
Before I let you go, two final thoughts. How do you defend a guy that's so wildly energetic as Titan Anderson? And then do you do anything different this week? It's the last week of the season.
No, I mean, we'll talk about senior night on Sunday, and that's a very important night to me personally, especially in my first year here. So we'll talk about what that means. I think the biggest thing is, look, a last road trip of the year, given what I just talked about, and then senior night. But Titan Anderson is having an amazing year. We're going to have to be extremely physical to have a chance to defend him. Northern Iowa's exceptional at home, coming off coming off their game, versus Drake, which was literally looked like a boxing match, a 12-round
It
heavyweight
did.
boxing match is what it was. Seriously, how physical it was. We're going to have to be extremely tough. We're going to have to learn from our woes last time we went on the road a week ago, on last Wednesday, learn from it and let it rip.
Appreciate your time today. Best of luck this week.
Thanks, Harry. Appreciate you.
That's head coach Rob Ehsan of the UIC Flames. Our coverage begins Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Central. For information on where you can catch the games, please visit mvc-sports.com. For the Missouri Valley Conference, I'm Harry Schroeder.